Good morning, everyone. This is Financial Literacy 101, and today we're going to be going over LiveXLive. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this particular stock, but LiveXLive is moving up the list when it comes to streaming apps that do both videos as well as streaming music in comparison to Spotify, Tidal, Pandora, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, and all the other streaming apps that most people use to stream their music. I know for me, two of the apps that I use currently is XM Radio app, essentially for streaming music, as well as live commentary from those particular channels, and also Pandora. Now, me personally, I've never been a customer of Spotify, but I've heard a lot of great things about Spotify. I just never got into it. I'm kind of like old school when the Pandora. I built my list, built my curated channels, had my offline music. But LiveXLive is on the trajectory of essentially raising their stock price to at least $10 here in the next year or so. And this stock has been going unnoticed for the past 10 years. And we're going to get into the stock review why this may be the next stock closest to Spotify. And if you know anything about Spotify, ladies and gentlemen, Spotify stock price is $270 per share. I know that this currently has went against people's unnoticing that Slacker Radio has reinvented itself into LiveXLive. This is powered by Slacker Radio. Slacker Radio was never very popular. Slacker Radio kind of always dwelled in the realm with iHeartRadio. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody at one time or not downloaded iHeartRadio. And for the most part, there's very few people with iHeartRadio. For some reason, when you pay for a subscription service when it comes to music, some of these paid subscription services are a lot better than iHeartRadio and once was Slacker Radio. But let's get into it. Now, this is LiveXLive that is powered by Slacker Radio. It came out in February 22nd of 2018, and this stock has been up 67%, 68%. The market is live. Let me go ahead and invest my $150 that I was so I can get me 22 shares before the stock just blows up and from my very face. Let's do 160. Review deposited funds. Hurry up, Robinhood. The market is live. Review the order. Let's see. Hold on. Nope. Let's do this. I'm only doing. There we go. All right. Done and done. All right. So I just bought me a couple of shares. I couldn't wait, ladies and gentlemen. I could not wait. And it's primarily because that this stock is going to do very, very well. This stock is going to do very, very well. So let's look into it. Over the past 5 years, it's been up over 60%. The past year, 348%, ladies and gentlemen, 348%. And we're going to get into why this stock has exploded over the past year. The last 3 months, 75%. The past month, almost 66%. The past week, 44%. And then today, ladies and gentlemen, today, it's already up 15%. That's why I went heavy. That's why I went hard, and I invested $150. I may go ahead and just invest my other $10 so I can pick up me another share. Matter of fact, instead of talking about it, let's be about it. The market is hot. Yes, sir. Here we go. So if you guys are not familiar with LiveXLive, that is the current stock that we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. This is Slacker Radio Reinvented. It says here that LiveXLive Media, digital media company, engages in the acquisition, distribution, and monetization of live music. Okay, live music. This is one of the major reasons why this stock is going to do well. And we're going to get into it a little bit deeper than that. It has internet radio, just like Spotify, just like Pandora, just like YouTube Music, etc. Podcasting and music-related streaming and video content. It operates LiveXLive, a live music streaming platform, and Slacker Radio, a streaming music service, as well as produces original music-related content. The company also produces edits, curates, and streams live music events through broadband transmission over the internet and satellite networks to its users, provides digital internet radio and music services to users online and through original equipment and manufacturers on a white label basis. Blah, 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 blah. Let's get into it. Headquarters, West Hollywood, California, founded back in 2009. Robert Scott Allen is the CEO, okay? And it deals in, look at this, 100 buy rating from Robinhood. 100 buy rating for Robinhood, ladies and gentlemen. They're not playing with this stock. Good morning, Mitchell Liggins. Good morning, Shauna. And good morning, Prime Mix. Nice to see you guys here today. The earnings has been steadily moving up, okay? But essentially, this stock has been exploding on the fiscal year of 21, okay? Now, you see my history. That's my previous history. I just went in hard on them, and I actually just purchased them because they're still under $10 per share. Let's go over to Market Watch. Here we go. Now, we're just going to focus on a couple of things here. First and foremost, this company is slightly operating out of debt, which essentially, when it's that less of a debt, it tells me that they are reinvesting their earnings back into the company, and that's why they're performing so well. And as you can notice, year to date, they've been up 96% in the past year. They've been up 307%. The analysts from MarketWatch are saying this is a buy. This is a buy. Let's move on. Now, performance outlook for Yahoo, short-term, mid-term, long-term. Their analysts are saying that this stock is going to go up. Now, for some of you would think that Spotify would be the ones that people are also watching. But again, ladies and gentlemen, Spotify is a whopping $270 per share. That's $270 per share. Now, I downloaded this app on my phone, and I wanted to see what is the big hoopla about, okay? It's just like any other app that you'll see here. It has the tiles that you guys can search through, what genre, it asks you what type of artists you like, hip hop, pop, this, that, and the other. The thing that's going to make this particular app very, very important to the music world is that Slacker Radio went in, and this is what they did. From your phone, from your laptop, from your television, what they're doing is you're going to have the ability to watch live performances through your app. Live performances through your app. So the package plans that they have is $4 a month, which is $1 cheaper than Pandora, which is, I believe, $1 cheaper than Spotify. They did that for a particular reason, okay? And we understand like apps like Tidal. A lot of you are not familiar with Tidal. Tidal has some of the best audio quality, but you guys may be confused that, oh, that's the one that Jay-Z owns. And a lot of people was moving over to Tidal because they wanted to support a Black-owned music streaming service. But sorry to tell you guys that Jay-Z actually sold majority of his stake in Tidal to Jack Dorsey, who's the CEO and founder of Square, by the way of a sparrow, okay, in a $297 million deal, okay? Now, I realized, I said, well, why did Jay-Z do this? You know why? Because Jay-Z bought Tidal for only $56 million. And look how much he made off the deal, okay? And then here's another one. He made that deal, and guess how much Jay-Z is worth? Jay-Z is worth $1.4 billion. Okay, $1.4 billion. So it helped increase his net worth of $400 million. That 0.4 is $400 million. So essentially, Jay-Z profit of around what? $350 million. Okay, so this is one of those stocks that essentially I believe is going to blow up like Spotify. And I'm just going to show you Spotify very quickly for you guys who haven't really looked at Spotify per share. I think it's important that you do a cost-based analysis and see the difference in these two particular stocks. Why does it keep exiting like that? Here we go. Give me 1 second. All right. All right, I'm trying to pop up Spotify very quickly for you guys, but have no idea. But anyway, we're going to move on. We're going to move on. Okay. Now, with that being said, I did a comparison between Spotify and Slacker. And I think it's important because Spotify is $270 per share. Slacker is under $7 per share. Okay. And this is just good information. It may not be information that swings you to invest or not, but nonetheless, here's some of the specs between the two. You can look at it on the web, iOS or Android, Windows phones, and also, of course, Windows. They have a free tier. Both of them have a free tier. They also have a download other platforms. And then the paid plan audio quality for Live by Live is 320. They really don't give the specs particular for Spotify, okay? Then they have a bunch of these questions. Here are the pros and cons. They both have a free version, LiveXLive curated music streaming service, algorithm-generated station, low-cost subscriptions. Now, when it comes to that, they have a mid-tier subscription of $4. They have free, $4, and $10, okay? And listen to this. Pro streams free on T-Mobile. So if you have T-Mobile, you also may want to look into that as well. Now, when it comes to the cons, you see the cons on Spotify. Discovery is terrible, poor audio quality. And that's the big difference, that this particular app, once you pay for the particular service, your audio quality goes up to 320 kilobytes per second, okay? Free accounts have a lot of ads. And then, of course, this has the same thing. It says UI is too focused on social media because it's integrated. It's integrated in live curation of live videos, okay? Let's move on. I also did a comparison of LiveXLive. This is one that's powered by Slacker Radio. And as you can tell, it's doing pretty good, okay? Of course, it's free. I also have Sirius XM because I have this in my car, but you do pay a premium of $11 per month. Spotify has a free tier of free, then also $10 a month, but this has free $4 a month and also $10 a month in comparison with Tidal, Amazon Music, Deezer, YouTube Music, Apple Music, and then iHeartRadio. All of these are in comparison to a particular app. And the thing that PC Mag is actually doing, it says best for curated channels. A person like myself, I don't really go and search for particular songs. Very few times do I ever do that. YouTube Music is really good for that I can look at the video, I can look at a particular song. But when it comes to curated channels, I was actually using Pandora. But I am going to look into LiveXLive because I do have T-Mobile. And I don't know the partnership and the discounts that I may get. But with that being said, I will say that Spotify, if you have the money, is still a good stock to buy. But if you're like me and you're looking for potential, you're looking for futuristic stocks, LiveXLive, powered by Slacker, again, you're investing in Slacker, is profitable for me for this reason by itself. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Lil TJ. I've heard of him before. I'm just giving you an example of what Live by X is doing. They're showing you for $10 a month all the live concerts, and it's showing live stream countdown in 7 hours. So I believe this is 7 days, 10 hours, and 14 minutes. And they also have all these other listed concerts that they'll be showing on their app. They're doing this different than any other streaming app at the particular price point. Now, I'm not saying that Spotify or any other like YouTube Music has a version, but I think that you pay a different premium price for that service. So take, for instance, March 31st, little TJ will be on this particular item. March 25th, they had Justin Bieber. Who else that was popular that was on here? I see that's it. They got Music Zone. February 27th, they had, who is this? Trace Atkins on here. You guys listen to country. They also had February 14th, they had Trey Songz live performance on here. Some of these performances I didn't even know of, okay? I didn't even know of. So again, that is going to make this particular app different than most apps because at the bottom you have your home, right? And let's take, for instance, I want to do hip hop stations, okay? And then I'm just going to play. Want to go ad free? Of course, I have the free version, so you're just getting the ad, okay? And just like Pandora, Spotify, you don't have the paid for version. You have to deal with ads, and then your music plays, okay? And just like any other app, You can only get 6 skips per hour. That's one more than Pandora. I think Pandora, you only get 4 or 5 skips if you don't have the paid version. Now for $4, which is $1 cheaper than Spotify as well as Pandora, you have unlimited skips. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that because, again, I'm not just trying to sell you on the stock, but this may just be a good app for you to use for your streaming service, okay? Because I like cheaper. And if you guys are familiar with the old Slacker radio, you guys remember this old sign here, right? You guys remember that, right? Let's move into it. So here's a website. They're looking, let's see, original show video, the stories behind artists. They're really getting involved more intrinsic into the artists and also their live performances, okay, and live performances. So this could be very, very profitable and also entertaining, okay, also entertaining. They're really doing a good thing. You see right here, events, music, video, and then they also have podcasts. They also have podcasts now. If you guys are familiar with Google Music, there are some people out there who, like, I'm big on Google, but I don't have Google Music. There's a lot of people who are big on Apple who have Apple everything, Apple Music, Apple Television, Apple this, Apple that. That's just because they just bought into the Apple brand. Now, me, I tried out Google Music. I didn't like it. And then Google Music was separated from Google Podcasts. What I love here is the integration of all the different columns right there, either on the web, also on your application on your phone. So again, let's see here. Yeah, they're playing Nas X. And of course, I'm not an ad guy. I hate ads. That's why I go ahead and pay the $4 or $5. So again, I just download this for free and they're playing Old Time Road. I'm gonna actually lower this down a little bit, but this is how it looks. They're playing the Old Time Road by Nas X, okay? And I also had essentially you got the ads. None of this will be here if you pay for the pay-through service. So let me move on. So again, you have the events. You have the events column or tab rather. Okay. And it shows you, see, this the same thing. It shows you that, and excuse me, okay, I don't want to see Justin Bieber, but on March 31st at 7 p.m. Central Time, he is going live, okay? And you will be able to watch this if you had this particular service, okay? If you had this particular service. Then they show you the previous live streaming that these guys actually have all integrated in the app. You also have your regular music tab that you guys can go ahead and listen to different stations. You got hip hop, you got country, you got pop, you got alternative, you got reggaeton, reggae. You got all the music stuff, okay, guys? Then videos. Now, granted, I love my YouTube music because, again, I don't know if you guys are familiar with YouTube music, and I'm just doing a comparison here, guys. I love my YouTube music because when you're playing a song in YouTube music, you have the option to listen to the song and they'll get the lyrics, also the video. Like here's one of the stations I listen to a lot, okay, in this Jay-Z's radio, but you also can go back and see your previous searches that you had. They also have quick picks for you. So again, when you get familiar with the app, you start liking it more if it's working for you. And because of my music, they also have recommended videos. So again, what Live by X powered by Slacker is actually doing is look like they took bit and pieces from each app. They took some things from Spotify. They took the audio quality from Tidal with the 320 kilobytes per second. They took kind of the videos from YouTube Music, and then they made it $1 cheaper. Okay, they made it $1 cheaper. And so that's why you see analysts on Robinhood, on Yahoo Finance, and as well as MarketWatch saying, this is a buy, this stock is going to do well. And also they integrated podcasts and as well as music videos, live concerts. Very big, especially in this age of, the pandemic and essentially the virus that we have going around. This could be very profitable, especially nobody knows these solutions. I'm not going to use the V word. The solutions that they're giving people are going to be effective with all the different variants. I like to look at stocks and investing 360. Because some people, I thought we were talking about the damn stocks. We are talking about investing in this particular stock, but you have to look again at all the possibilities that may occur in the next year or two, because we're dealing with your money. Okay, we're dealing with your money. All right, let me read some of you guys' notes here. I see you guys talking. Let's see here. Mitchell Lingus, I went back in and bought 31 shares of LiveXLive. Total 61 shares. I'm going in, brother. There goes my drinking money for the month of April. Oh, that's good. Wendell, B1 to you as well, brother. We got Killer 187. He said KTRA, and it says it's next fire. Okay. And good morning to you as well, 187. Now, I just want to look at this app a little bit more because we got the podcast on here as well. And I really haven't looked around the podcast. Okay. There's all different types of podcasts out there. There's thousands of different podcasts. And I'm pretty sure just like anything else, you can just search for your particular podcast that you like. I see T.I.'s podcast. I see Mike Tyson's podcast. Who is this? See a lot of people podcasts on here. Steve Austin's show. I didn't know he had a podcast. Who else got a podcast on here? Comedians on the Couch. They have a podcast. So yeah, they've integrated a lot of things that once were separate, that they've integrated all inside their one app. And me personally, I'm going to look into essentially using this app for a while just to see if it fits the way I go about listening to my music. Okay, because right now I'm not gonna lie, I'm digging YouTube music. I haven't even been listening to my Pandora because I was paying $5. Me and my fiance went on this extreme savings thing, so I kind of let the Pandora subscription expire. Then I went in and I did a YouTube music premium trial, because I think YouTube premium trial is either a month or 3 months. So you have more than one Google account. Like me, you have 3 Gmail emails, and it gives you 3 months, 90 days. You could possibly get a year for free. I'm just saying, just use different logins. Okay. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that this is a great stock for your portfolio. I'm just going over my notes here to make sure. If you guys are not familiar how it looks on the Google Play Store, here it is. I saw the ratings. I think this has a 4.3 rating. Okay, so it's not. They're still fixing a lot of bugs in the app, but the stock looked very profitable. Now, unfortunately, as we're live here, the stock has went down. I know, Mitch, you've been watching that. I know you see your money tank. So let's look at that very quickly as my money went down as well, because we bought it at a high price point. Now it's under $6. Now I'm down $12.42. But listen, again, that right here is one of those long-term stocks that we actually just have to wait until it bounces back. Because again, if we look at the past year, and I've looked into this app on a deeper financial level, the past year has been up 315%, the past 3 months, 61%, and then the past month, 52.5%. So it's just a matter of time before this stock actually takes off, okay? Before the stock actually takes off. Now, let me see if I can pop up Spotify one more time. There we go. And look at Spotify. Spotify actually was 270 before in the pre-market. Now Spotify is down to 264. But let me show you this, ladies and gentlemen. Spotify back in 2018 was up 59% the past year, 111% the past 3 months, down 20%, down 20% the past month, the past week down 5%, and the past day. So the question that I have is like, what is a better buy? Buying Spotify at 265, 270, or buying LiveXLive, I'm just going to call it Slacker Radio, at under $7 per share. So with the potential of the integrated podcast, live streaming. They also have another option. They have another thing called self-made. Okay. Now this is actually great for artists. Okay. This is called self-made, and this has to do with a lot of music competition. People promoting themselves. Okay. And it says here, self-made, our 8 finalists have been chosen. They will compete for the grand prize package worth over $100,000. So they're giving like unnoticeable artists a chance to enter contests, and then doing these competitions. Right now you have the Elite 8. The Elite 8, that's a March Madness term. But the Elite 8 are now going to be competing for over $100,000. So they're doing a lot of great stuff by, Slacker Radio. Again, this is LiveXLive, but this is essentially powered by Slacker Radio. Okay, Slacker Radio. So again, I think they're doing a lot of great things. And here's some of the people, the last 8 finalists. I don't know if you guys are familiar. These are up and coming artists. So you may want to go in and just sample some of these people's music. Let me see here. J.O. Let's look at this guy. Okay. I don't like that look he has. I won't comment on that look. But you can read about the artist, where he's from. He's a comedian. Okay. So they're integrated in everything. So he's a comedian. Okay. I thought it was just music. But it says here, use his music talents to collab with Chipotle with his song Guacamole. The song was danced by. Okay. So they have some really good artists on here. Okay. So he is a comedian as well as an artist. Let's look at Perry Jones. Let's look at her. Let's see what she's about. Says she's from Houston. She developed a strong passion for music after being exposed by R&B from her father. It says R&B and modern influence has cultivated a sound feels both fresh and narcissistic. Let's see here. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. We got it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So that is your stock review for today. Again, that is LiveXLive. Currently, let's see where the stock is trading at before we get off here. I think they're still down. Okay, but they're kind of ticking above and beyond 6%. So again, this has been LiveXLive. That's essentially powered by Slacker Radio. Good morning, Steve Bryan. Good morning. So anyway, if you notice, the analyst here on Robinhood said 100% buy. The analyst on MarketWatch said that it's a buy. The analysts on Yahoo Finance are saying, hey, listen, this stock is going to go up short-term, long-term, and also in the mid-term, okay? So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm also going to look into those stocks, Clear, that you were talking about. So that's your stock review for today. I may come on later on for some more commentary. This is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired. You guys have a great and wonderful day. I'm out.